And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another session of me doing electronics, trying not to screw it up. I am still dealing with RBG. Where am I at? This is where I'm at. That goes here. And if I am fortunate, this will go well. I won't hold my breath, but I shall hope. I hope everyone is doing well. And of course it did that. Uh, I apologize if this is not entertaining. What bugs me with this, I never get the same result. Like this one went nice and easy. Well, easy-ish. But this one just turned all like this one flakes off instead of melting on it. Don't understand why. If I always got the same result, I would learn to do, what I need to expect, what I need to do, but because I never get the same result, how am I supposed to learn anything? another one that actually did well. Cool. That is one more done. Okay. Looks like it might be okay. But then again, who knows? And I... Ouch. I will be surprised if any of the RBGs work by the time I'm done. So that's good. Okay. All right. One more done. It feels like it's okay. And I again. Thing. This is crooked. It's not like I do anything differently from one side to the other. A bunch of different results. See, this one just went out nice and easy. Same there. So why does it not want to do that on this side? It breaks apart on this side instead of melting on it. Yeah. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna not call it, but I am going to file it with electronics doesn't like me. So it's gonna do what it can to drive me nuts. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. Hopefully, won't be when it succeeds. I do not understand how anybody enjoys this. That's not true. I get it. I do get it. It is an act of creation, and there is something to be said about that. But damn it, is it not for me? So, touch both contacts, both the plate and the bar. And barely get anything. Okay, this one's a little better. Maybe there is hope. Maybe there is hope in the world. Right. That is another one. come on. Solder in place, not everywhere else, just... Hopefully. Hopefully this time it's there, and it holds, and... Nope. Nope. It did not. Because of course it did not. Why would it? Why would it make it? Why would it allow it? Why would it work? Why would it work when it can drive me insane instead? And I need a third. That's what I need. Oh, yeah, like that's gonna help. Let's melt the plastic. Why don't we? Alright, let's try to put again a bead of solder on this at a time. So there is solder on there now. Pretty sure there was some before as well. Because I did it to all of them. I think it worked. That's the problem. I got no way to know until the rest of the work until the rest either does or does not work. Which the odds being doesn't work. Again, this thing turns flaky instead of melting. Alright, this one looks like it did. And of course, these two go perfectly easy. I swear. Oh, I missed one in between. Wait, what? Did I miss it or did it? No, I missed it. That is interesting. And very typical of me. Right, hopefully that worked. And I have to say hopefully because it's not like there's any actual indication if it worked or not. Let's see. Can't tell this one. Yeah, this one's not clean. Which I don't know if it's going to mean anything. Meh, I say. Come on. I know you don't wanna, but you gotta. Of course. Ah! So let's put it. Let's see if I can put an actual bead of solder on there. Really? Are you doing that? It is one of the less horrible piece of soldering. Actually, no. Let's retouch these guys right now. That looks a little better. Let's see if it will perform any better. Come on. Okay, this one's not horrible. Nope, nothing happened here. What the hell am I doing? Hey, Colo.
Hello.
Ugh. You want to come over and do
Wait.
this for me?
Might as well.
I hate this. The worst part is I can't get consistent results. Sometime the application will be all brittle and cracking. Another time it'll be fine. And I can't determine that I'm doing anything differently.
You might be touching the connection a bit differently.
Well, yeah, that's definitely a possibility, but like, you know, how many different ways are there and how the bleep am I supposed to tell the difference?
Do you have solder on the tape whenever you switch the spot you are soldering in?
Well, I have a starter spot. I put solder on one so that I can then melt it and, hold it in place so that I can solder the rest.
Okay.
Otherwise it's impossible to do. Like, I don't know how somebody's supposed to do that without doing this, because how the hell do you hold the piece in place when
You apply a tiny bit of paste over the whole PCB, then you place in all the components, and then you place it on a special table that heats up to 300 degrees and melts the solder, and everything falls into place. That's how you do
Yeah.
it.
And when are you sending me this machine?
uh, how about it doesn't translate that well.
Well, we have one in French. But again, like yours, it doesn't translate very well. In French, we would say la semaine des 4 jeudis, which translate to the week of 4 Thursdays.
Okay.
Cause see that like this, I mean, you can't see it and all that, but see this one instead of melting, it sort of broke off. Like it's like bark off a tree.
Huh. Is it a pure solder, or does it have like a cleaning and
Well, it's got
I don't.
flux in it,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it's a type of flux that doesn't need to be cleaned afterward.
Okay. Okay.
So, beyond that, it's called high quality, but it's from AliExpress, so who knows?
But when you apply it to the soldering tip, it gets a little bit glossy. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
As
then.
soon as it's done melting, it goes kind of opaque. While it's melting, it sometimes it's shiny, sometimes it isn't, sometimes it melts, sometimes it doesn't. And the thing is, like I'll feel the heat through my fingers holding it, and it still won't melt.
Uh, how thick is it?
How thick?
Yes.
According to the roll, 0.8 millimeter. I do not know how it compares to others, but it is not very thick to my eyes.
Okay. Well, I think it's just a little bit of practice. Well, not a little, a lot.
Yeah. Which usually starts with actually wanting to do this.
Ye-
That's how bad it is. My back bunches up. Stop. There's a, there's a nice little hole in the middle. How about we put you in there and you stop moving? Yep. Again, we're doing that here. I have no idea if anything happened. Nope. Yep, that's the answer is nope, nothing happened. Because it just started turning. So how am I gonna do this? Yeah, honestly, I don't get how people manage to do this without a machine.
They don't.
Well, I mean, I've seen like the Bastard Keyboard. They have a video on them putting this together, and they do it all by hand. But I
Well,
suspect
then,
that the guy has a few hundred hours of experience at this point.
years and years of experience. Ooh.
Maybe? I can't tell.
And he at least read a few books about it.
Read a few books? Or wrote a few
Yeah,
books?
read.
How the hell? What can you read about soldering that's gonna help?
The specific temperature, the type of PCB, the specific like uh, how it handles the temperature,
Okay, yeah,
how
no,
it
that's true.
spreads. Uh, at least he looked at someone else do it.
Well, like I said, he's got experience. Like the guy behind Bastard Keyboard is somebody who he is an enthusiast builder at the very least, if not a professional builder. All right. Well, left side is done. Hooray! Because now I got the right side to look forward to. Can we say, oh joy? All right, you know what? I'm going to put the bead on this side this time. Let's see what happens. Okay. I'm so glad I kept my mouth shut. Because I was about to say, I think I found a way that works. And as soon as I thought that, it no longer worked.
It is what it is.
Although it does seem to be a little more reliable for applying the bead. Basically, grabbing the instead of approaching from the front, touching it, heating the pad, but then coming from the back so that it cuts the wire and then melts it in place. Okay, that's kind of a big bead. Because, like I said, it doesn't always work, but it seems to work a little more reliably. Okay, this one didn't work. Neither did this one. That's interesting. Of course, now that I said that, they just don't want to work.
Yeah.
Hey, rejected opinions. Didn't read the title. I wish. That would probably be easier and more enjoyable. No, I'm basically what this is from. I ordered a split keyboard. Ergonomic, basically, it's from Bastard Keyboard. There should be, you're on YouTube, so there should be the link to their site, so you can see what I ordered. And I've had a series of bad luck. Electronics don't like me to start with, and I ordered two in total. One for my gaming computer, one for my writing computer. And after 5 exchange, because half would break, I ended up with one and a half working units. And the Quentin, the person behind Bastard Keyboard, basically went, you know what? There's something about your environment, or you simply are cursed, because that year, I think he's had something like 7 replacements, 5 of which were mine. So, he said, I think the best thing to do at this point is to just give you a refund. And I went, yeah, okay, at this point it's probably valid. And there's someone in the region who offered to. Well, I got in contact through the Bastard Keyboard Discord, and he offered to look at mine and fix it if he could. And so I went to his place, and he brought my gaming keyboard, because that's the one that broken, and he looked at it, he fixed it, and we did tests, and it worked. I got home, it worked. Next morning, it didn't work. And he basically went, you know what, maybe you should order yourself a kit so that you can build one and learn how this stuff works, so that you can do your own repairs and your own, your own stuff. And I went, well, you know what, I just got a credit because of the refund, so why not? So I ordered the kit, and here I am. Now, let me tell you, I am not having a good time. So, because this is so not enjoyable, I do this for about an hour every Sunday. And then move on to other thing. Like technically I've got about 10 minutes left. And it's going to be a long 10 minutes. But yeah, if I could, if I knew people closer to me, because the guy who did it, who fixed it, is about 2 hours by bus from me, so he's not exactly nearby. It's not exactly convenient. But yeah, I would definitely prefer. But that's the thing, like, I'm not. You didn't see I was on? Well, I am for another 10 minutes, give or take. After that, I'll be doing more food prep, and after that, I'll be on the gaming channel, playing Satisfactory with Zorth. I don't remember which factory I'm at this point, building for him. Ah, come on. Okay, you're stuck there. Maybe I can actually melt you? No? Alright. You are correct. I do not have a car. Oh, come on. Stop breaking and melt. There we go. Maybe. There we go. I have no idea how to tell that. The spool will have the chemical composition on it. No, it does not. High quality solder wire, diameter 0.8 millimeter, 20 grams, made in China. No chemical, no list of the chemicals. Nope. It's got flux, I can tell you that, but I can't tell you anything else. Well, yeah, actually, let's. I was at 375. Let's make that 400. The thing is, I was warned that with the the RBGs, I need to be very. They're temperature sensitive, so I need to be careful. Come on. There should be less than 2s. I have no idea what 2s means in this context. Ouch, that's hot. Ah, damn it. 2 seconds? Yeah, that didn't happen. Come on. Hey, Fox. That's okay. I wasn't online yesterday. I I only write Monday to Friday, and I do electronics for about an hour on Sunday. So, you did not miss anything yesterday. Come on. Oh, what do you mean? What do you know? There is a beat now. Except that it works that way at 375. At 400, it just cuts it. And yeah, like I honestly, you. Oh wait, no, there's no chat. Oh come on, really? Did I never set that up? Could have sworn I had set that up. Oh well, I'm sorry everyone. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that today because I don't have enough time. But I'll try to remember to do that tomorrow before I start working. All right. Well, I've got a bead on every contact on there. I'm gonna bring this back down to 350 for next week. Otherwise, I'm not gonna remember. Side of the tip to transfer heat effectively. I don't know if I tried that, but I tried a bunch of things and nothing works effectively. So yeah. But yeah, that is done. That is the extent of what I'm doing. I do not want to do this. This is not something I am doing because I enjoy it. Like, I honestly do not want to do this, but I have the kids, so I might as well. And I'm honestly hoping to learn something. Like, I'm hoping to end up with a working system. Even if it's, even honestly at this point, even the RBGs doesn't work. So long as the keyboard itself works, I'll be happy. Soldering is fun. Please put that in quotes. You keep meaning to make videos about soldering? Well, please do. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to learn something from it. But yes, this will be it. Thank you very much, everyone, for dropping by, keeping me company. Thank you, But It Plays. Thank you, Colo. Thank you, Fox, and Rejected Opinion on YouTube. I'll be back to writing on this channel tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Those who have an interest in that, I'll be working on Stepping Wild, and in the afternoon, The Technicians Fight. In about an hour and a half, I will be on my gaming channel playing Satisfactory with Zorth. I have to figure out which factory I'm up to building at this point. I forgot. So I hope to see you then, if I do not. I hope you have a good week, a good weekend when it returns, and I'll see you